So Alex, what do we got going on here?
Okay, so this is the custom pale ale, and the beer itself is a pretty base American pale ale, and we just hop for bitterness. And the reason why we call it custom is that when the customer comes in, you get to customize it. You're dry hopping it. You're finishing the beer. And dry hopping is the technique brewers use to get the aroma and the flavors of hops. When you boil hops, all you get is bitterness typically from the hop, and all the aromas and the oils are boiled away in the brewing process. But when you dry hop on the cold side, you can preserve those aromas and flavors, and that's what we're doing here. So when you order a CPA, our custom pale ale, we'll fill a French press with about 2/3 of a pint. And then we're going to give you an ounce of whole leaf hops. And I mean, I think brewers love doing this, but when you first open that bag and you get that unbelievably delicious, fresh smell.
We should have smell of it in here.
Smell. I mean, when you come into the tap room, you'll see what I mean. But that's what dried whole leaf hops look like when they come out of the hop producer. Nice. And we're going to give you an ounce of them. Now, normally this isn't the amount of hops that you'd use in brewing, but in a tap room when we only have 15 minutes in a cold beer at tap temperature, you have to use a lot of concentration to get that same flavor.
Let's just imagine that the beer you're sampling here is not going to. This isn't. You're going to have a pale ale.
It's going to be a lot paler than this.
It won't be
I had to borrow another beer while the actual CPA based beer is being brewed. So. But basically, what our customers will do is pick one of the hop flavors, and we'll have 6 different varieties you can choose from.
That's a lot of hops.
And it's a lot of hops. And I mean, some of them are just plain leaves. Some of them you get the cones in. And most people don't get the opportunity to see hops other than on the commercial. When the brewer's kind of sniffing at them. So I just think it looks great, and it's kind of fun for the customer. But you'll use a French press. And there's other versions of infusing hop flavors that different places will use.
I've seen, bars will use a Randall to
a Randall, sure.
Yeah,
Infusion tubes on the draft tower.
Yeah.
But the neat thing about this is that it's right in front of you on the bar top. You get to watch all that bubbling and that flavor infusion happening. And I just always love messing around with this at home. You can do other things with it like orange peel and spices and so forth, but with the dry hop, it's going to take about 15 minutes, and we'll give you a little timer so you don't try and cheat and do it too early, because I've experimented a lot with this. It takes a full 15 minutes to get enough flavor and aroma for you to really enjoy that difference. And we'll do this one's Centennial, a pretty common hop for dry hopping, but we'll have the 6 fairly common dry hops, and you get to be the brewer. You play around with it. And then, for the sake of the demonstration here, let's say 15 minutes has been up. And by the way, while you wait that long, we're not going to make you do it without a beer in your hand. You'll get to choose a small sample size of any beer on draft to enjoy while you watch the flavor infusion happening. So after 15 minutes is over, you're going to use the French press, which is really cool to watch.
Wow.
And one of the problems with this is you lose a lot of the carbonation, and the beer warms a little bit.
The cask beer, yeah.
Yeah, and people aren't used to that.
Look at even the foam takes on a little bit of that tint.
Green.
Yeah. And so let's say that's your 2/3 of your pint, and then we're going to go top it off at the draft tower. And that will cool it down a little bit. It'll get you some of the carbonation back. And that's your custom dry hopped CPA from Lionsdale. And I hope people like it. When you can put your nose in there and just get that smell like you're in a hop yard. There's few experiences like it, and I hope I can share that with people with the CPA.